she go live? Here we are.
Here we are. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. It is release day, and I am a super duper excited. Welcome to the cafe, everybody. I am hanging out with Jessica Lemmon and Nadine Gonzalez on today, guys. It is a double release day. Harlequin, Texas Cattleman. Y'all know I love my Texas Cattleman. It is Oh So Wrong with Mr. Right by Nadine Gonzalez and the man she loves to hate, Jessica Lemmon. And we are celebrating with them today. Jessica, welcome to the show. And Nadine, welcome to the show. I'm going to allow both of you guys the opportunity before we start this celebration to introduce yourself to the people on today. And we'll start with you, Jessica.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jessica Lemmon. I have been writing books for about 10 years now, I think. And I am known for writing my billionaires and bad boys is typily what I write. And that's it.
Look, Jessica, that's a great combination. I love it. And Nadine, introduce yourself.
I am Nadine. This is my third Texas Cattleman's Club novel. And let's say it's my fifth Harlequin Desire novel. So I'm more of a newbie in respect to all of this. But yeah, and I write like contemporary romances set in Miami, but increasingly also set in Texas. So you get a little bit of everything.
I love that. And they are telling you guys happy release day. They are coming on in and saying hello as well. Guys, if you are just joining us, you know how we do it here at the cafe. Like, tag, and share. Tell a friend to come on down to the cafe because it is a release day exclusive, hanging out with Jessica Lemmon and Nadine Gonzalez. So you get a 2-for-1 on today. And guys, they are a part of the Texas Cattleman. You guys already know I love the Texas Cattleman Club as well. And this is the wedding series. And Jessica and Nadine is book 5 and 6. It is Oh So Wrong with Mr. as the man she loves to hate is what we're going to be celebrating and talking about on today. We have Myra Cook hanging out with us. She is telling both of you guys happy release day on today as well. We have Helen Gibson that is hanging out with us on today. Louise Brown, Veronica Lockett. Thank you guys so much for joining us on today as well. And Veronica wanted you guys to know that this is a beautiful cover. And guys, you may have noticed that this is actually the 2-in-1. So you got 2 novels. Both of these ladies' novels is in this book. You can also order the ebook. Jessica and Nadine, correct me if I'm wrong. They can order the ebook, which actually have your individual covers. Is that correct?
Yeah,
that's right. That's right. Yes, if you want to go at a slower pace, you can get each book separately, or if you want to like grab them both, that's fine. But it is the ending of the series, and it's a good one. It's a good one.
It is. I just started yours.
I love that. I'm with Veronica. Veronica said, I love the TCC series. It's always a fun series. Okay, see, we know that Veronica is definitely a Texas Cattleman fan because, she used the initials TCC. I love that. I love that. Yes. Now, Jessica and Nadine, like I said, again, happy release day to both of you guys. But I want to start with this. What was it like when you got the call or the email or the notification that you was going to be a part of Texas Cattleman, the wedding series? And we'll start with you, Jessica.
Well, my editor reached out to I believe she might have reached out to me directly. At any rate, I was emailing her at some point and she said, this is what the lineup is going to look like. And she kind of gave the basic tropes and characters. And I said, can I please have the wedding planner and wedding crasher? Because I really wanted to do the enemies to lovers. And at the time, I think that book was like third in the lineup, and then it switched, and it was suddenly I was wrapping the series. So that was kind of interesting the way that went down. So
wow. Yeah. And that's huge. Like when you have to wrap it all up with the final book, because you got to kind of tie the loose ends from the other books and stuff like that. So exciting.
That was definitely a different experience.
I love that. Nadine, you're up next. What was it like when you got that call or that notification that you was going to be a part of the wedding Texas Cattleman Club?
Okay, so they said to me, this character believes she's a runaway bride, and she believes that she's cursed because it's like 3 generations of runaway brides in her family. And it was weird because like I'm the most practical minded person you're going to meet. Like I don't believe in curses in a way. So I was like, what? And I felt, so I had to write this book in a way, like they gave me something that I was like, I don't know how to write this with a straight face, but I had to really stretch my imagination and find a way to say, she thinks she's good. And I don't want to give too much away. It's like, you think you're cursed, but sometimes you just don't want to admit the truth of life, right? And then you're reaching for these things like a curse, like a this, like a that. But this was an opportunity for my character to grow and accept that, you know, she was dealt a bad hand, but also she could have played it better too, like, you know, and so that was the weird thing, the curse thing. But I really wanted it to be fun still. Like I thought I'm also gonna have a lot of fun with it now. Like if she thinks she's cursed, then she thinks she's cursed. We're gonna have fun with it.
So are you more like Nick, your hero? Because he's so pragmatic, he's so solid. And she's just like, blah, and I love the dynamic. It's so fun.
Okay, you got me. I am like the heroes of the book. I am not like the heroes of the books. And that is true probably for all the books. It's just like the heroines, I allow them to have a lot more fun, but in reality, I'm just like no, that's not, I'm very practical. I'm very practical, and I'm the, believe it or not, like the serious sister, all this stuff. So it's not like, I'm not gonna have a flight of fancy. I'm not gonna blame a curse. I'm gonna have therapy and like figure yourself out.
Oh my goodness, guys, if you are just joining us, we are hanging out with Jessica Lemmon and Nadine Gonzalez. Guys, it is release day for them on today, guys. They are a part of the Texas Cattleman. They are wrapping up the series with book 5 and 6. You have Oh So Wrong with Mr. Right, and you have The Man She Loves to Hate in this series as well. So Jessica and Nadine, let's talk about these titles a little bit or what have you. So Nadine, your title is Oh So Wrong with Mr. Right. Did you share any title suggestions to them, or this is the title they gave you and you just ran with it? Share a little bit about your title, Oh So Wrong with Mr. Right. And it's a play on words too, like the whole wrong and right.
Yeah, it is. I did provide suggestions, which they promptly ignored. They came with this one, and when I got it, I was like, "Oh, Gucci!" Like it was way better than anything I could have thought of. Because I was like stuck on the curse theme. Like I had all these puns about the curse and things, but then they came with this, which had nothing to do with it. And I think like it's a more fun title, I think.
Yeah. What about you, Jessica? The Man She Loves to Hate.
And it was our titles are so long. And before we had these snappy short titles. So when I was like a web page for it, I was still typing in the webpage thing. I'm like, wow, that's a long one. I have suggested.
No, I just call it So Wrong. Actually, I'm like, okay, so
I've called it The Man. My favorite suggestion that I turned in was Better Off Wed. So I would have loved to have that title, but I do love the
Jessica's spilling a little bit of tea about the titles.
Yeah. But I love the one I got. I think it sums up the plot nicely. So we have enemies, so and it's a lot of fun. So
And the
It
thing is,
does.
like, her
It does.
hero is the one that everyone loves to hate in the series because he brings all the switches. And I got to write her hero into my book, which was so fun because I knew he was the hero of the next. I couldn't trash him. Like, I
right.
want people to like him in the next book. So I
Uh-huh.
just need for him to be a little misunderstood. And I wanted that was my main concern. I wanted, like, yes, my bride and everyone sees him differently, but I wanted him to still be likable because he's coming up in the following book, and I want people to root for him. I just tried very like I tried to describe him in such a way that yes, my characters are annoyed with him, but he's still like intriguing and likable.
I appreciate that because the last Texas Cattleman
Yes.
I had a bad boy hero that had kind of done the heroine wrong, and my editor was like, "You got a lot of work to do because everybody did pretty much put him on the page like the same ever." And I'm like book 6 going, well, here we go.
Yeah, yeah. That was like no. I just that is just like no. You need to. He's coming up next. He's the hero,
Yeah.
and like how without just we can't hate him. He's just
No, we can't.
And that's one of the cool parts about the Texas Cattleman of how all of the characters, because of course it's multiple authors or what have you that are writing books in the series, but to be able to connect the characters, I'm sure that's fun behind the scene with the authors to be able to communicate with each other as well about the characters. And you kind of have to know the other characters in the other books a little bit too, so you can kind of still blend the stories, if that makes sense. Jessica, you want to share a little bit about that experience?
I mean, yeah, you do. And especially like having the last book in the series was challenging because it's a wedding and these last minute preparations for everything's coming together. And I was like emailing people like, I know your guy catered, but did he do the cake? And
Yeah.
does the dress, like, does the lady who baked the dress, like, I'm gonna have her deliver the dress? Does that sound reasonable? Like, you just kind of
Right.
it was like planning a wedding. It was kind of
Yeah.
stressful to get all those pieces into place. I had the colors wrong at one point. My editor was like, this was an earlier draft and you need to add blue and it's not red anymore. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna ruin the series. So,
I love that.
Yeah, I remember one Saturday morning just emailing the group and saying, what flavor is the cake? Because this is crucial. It was a crucial element, a plot point.
Look, like these details are very important.
And then, like, they had edible flowers, and then I had to know the color of the edible flowers, and I was like, okay. But could it be vanilla? Like, I really needed a cake to add to spin a
the
joke about it.
details that you would usually add are like kind of up in the air, right? You'll be like, you have to be really vague and you can't be like, I really prefer not this flavor. Or like you have to say what it is. You can't just be vague. So yeah, that is challenging.
Right. I love that. I love that. Guys, if you are just joining us, as you can see, we're having a great time celebrating with Jessica Lemmon and Nadine Gonzalez. Guys, they have written 5 and 6, the last 2 books in the Texas Cattleman series, The Wedding, as well. So we are hanging out and celebrating with them on today. And speaking of celebrating, Veronica Lockett wanted to know, what do you guys usually do to celebrate when you finish a book? We'll start with you, Nadine.
Wow, when I hit send on that manuscript and it's gone, I just collapse. I collapse and I watch TV like everybody else because it steals all your free time writing the book. At the end, to get that done, it just feels like you're writing around the clock, 24 hours a day, and I just sort of fall apart. And then I really look forward to having days where I can do whatever I want. I can hang out. I can go, spend some time, but it's the free time because it takes a lot of time, people, right? But I don't know what happens, but at the end, when you need to get the book out the door, it seems like it sucks up your whole time and the panic that goes with it. And I know.
What about you, Jessica?
It's funny because Nadine used exactly the words I was going to use, which is like,
Mm.
I collapse, because it is so draining. There's something so draining about making people.
Done.
Yeah.
Yes. You think you could go like out and then I hopefully like there'll be more of a ritual like, oh, I'll go to lunch or something with them. But it takes time to get yourself together to get to that point to say you're gonna celebrate. Because the first day really is you're just collapsing.
And have you ever like gone out with friends on the day you finished a book? Because I have, and I show up at dinner like a zombie. Everybody's talking.
Exactly.
Oh, I don't have any words left.
It's really no point doing anything to celebrate except just falling apart and get yourself together, and then maybe the next week you'll do something nice. You'll say, "Oh yeah, I finished this book. I'm gonna do something really nice."
Gotcha. Now, for both of you guys, let's talk characters a little bit because by now, most people may have read the first 4 books in the series, what have you, and now they're coming up on book 5 and 6. And so let's start with you, Nadine. Oh, so wrong with Mr. Right. Let's talk about your characters a little bit. Can you describe Sasha for us, and then tell us a little bit about Nicola as well?
Okay, so when they presented the book to us, with the summaries, mine began with, and then the sister of the bride arrives. Like it was like almost these arrivals. Like each book had these, or so and so arrives, for my book it was the sister arrives, and I don't know why that sparked so much in my imagination. I was like, it's like if she's arriving, then we're gonna make her arrive, and so that was the whole thing. Like I even made her arrival like fraught with difficulty and this never-ending like sort of a road trip to get to Royal was so hard for her. So
Okay.
I thought, okay, if you're gonna arrive with your drama and everything happening. So that is Sasha coming to her famous sister's wedding. She's not famous herself. She has a career, but she's not a famous person. And her sister is getting married. She's having this talk of the town wedding, and she's arriving with her emotional baggage and her drama, and she's just trying to make it through this wedding. Really, it's like she's just trying to hold it together because she has a past engagement that failed, and it's hard for her. But that's Sasha. She's good natured, supporting her sister, but really thinks like she really wishes this wedding could just happen and be done with because it's bringing up a lot of.
Be done with.
Man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. She's like, oh my God, like let's just survive this wedding, right? And then her sister's in this like fantasy wedding preparation bubble, talking about like
it's her wedding.
Someone is, exactly, and she has to just play along with that and be as supportive as she possibly can. Meanwhile, coming to head with all her problems, like as this, I guess the wedding is like this big trigger for her. And Nick is like the solid guy who, he's a solid guy that she meets, and that's like the type of person that she really kind of needed to meet. Someone who would allow her to be fanciful and crazy, but just steady. Like he's steadfast. That's really all I have to say about Nick. Like he's steadfast and strong. Your puppy's really cute.
Yeah.
Is that
Thank you.
We had a visitor.
I know.
Like, I'm gonna take a nap.
Hi. So Nadine shared with us a little bit about Sasha and Nick. And so now we are rolling over to Jessica, who to kind of bring everything together, tie up the loose ends, all of that good stuff. But she has Riley and, of course, good old Patrick. And I love the fact that, she's like the wedding planner and he's like the wedding crasher.
Yeah.
But tell us a little bit about these characters, Jessica.
My idea when they said wedding crasher, my first idea was that he should be like a social media star, maybe have some YouTube, prank antics. We wanted him to have a redeeming quality. So he is trying to move past that part of his life. And he really is a person, So, first of all, they gifted me with the name Patrick because I was like, I can call him Trick. That is so great for me. That's perfect.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Riley had to have a name change. Riley had to have a name change because they called her Rachel, and one of my very popular heroines' name is Rachel. And so we had to go Riley, which is an old book I have in a drawer, heroine that will never see the light of day. So I just kind of stole her name and used it finally. But anyway, their opposites attract. My heroine is charged with getting this wedding going. And what's funny is every single conflict that has happened in the entire series, she's been a part of because she's the planner. So she's been through blackouts and she's been through like all of this stuff and the mine 9 times. And she's just like, and now there's a wedding crasher. So almost unspooled by the time we get to her, like, 5 more days. And that was the other biggest challenge was the timeline. 5 days. From meet to wedding to love, 5 days. And I've never done that before. So it was actually really fun to do. And I had to make it believable was a fun challenge as well.
Nice. And we do have a question from Helen, which is a great question because, of course, if you're just being introduced to the Wayne Texas Cattleman Club, the book from Jessica and Nadine is book 5 and 6. So she wanted to know, is this series interconnected? So yes, but do you have to read the books in order or as a standalone? So I'll let you guys answer that. But I would just tell you that Helen, that yes, you can read it as a standalone, but they are interconnected. So if you start like with the first book in this series or what have you, you'll kind of know what's going on or what have you. Because like Jessica was saying, it starts with this blackout or what have you. But it's amazing. But I'll let Nadine and Jessica give you their take on how you can read the series. Jessica?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think you could pick it up. I read out of order all the time, but I think specifically with a Texas Cattleman's Club, it behooves you to read from start to finish because they really do loop into each other and tell the entire story.
Yeah, I think you could grab a book, one of the store books, and read. You can grab a book and read it. But you probably would enjoy it a little more if because when you see the characters returning, you would get a greater sense of the whole story. So if you do read it standalone, go ahead. You won't be confused. The story is pretty much straightforward. You'll get the gist of what's going on. You won't be confused, but you'll probably enjoy it a little better if you do read the series, which we encourage you to do. Bye.
Yes. Hello, Paulette. Thank you so much for joining us on today. Guys, I'm super duper excited. We are celebrating with Jessica Lemmon and Nadine Gonzalez on today, guys. Book 5 and 6 in the Texas Cattleman, The Wedding series as well. And both Jessica and Nadine, guys, they're going to share just a little snippet with you just to give you a little insight on what you can look forward to in book 5 and 6. And Nadine, we'll start with you to give your short snippet, and then we'll go over to Jessica. Let us know when, if you want to set it up, feel free to set it up for us as well.
I'm going to read, I know it's a romance. Yeah, okay, good. Good, Helen, go ahead. I'm going to read from the conversation between the two sisters. Because I know it's a romance, and I probably should read the couple, but I feel like she's the bride and the bride sister. So, and it's one of my favorite lines that I wrote. Let's see.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. This is between Sasha and her sister Ari, the bride.
Okay.
You can plan every detail and things still fall apart. What did you say? Sasha had muttered the words under her breath. Judging by the look on Ari's face, she'd caught every single word. Sorry, she said. I hate weddings. You know that. Ari looked aggrieved, as if Sasha had declared she hated kittens. You don't hate weddings, Ari asserted. You're far too sweet and tender-hearted for that. You're still haunted by your canceled wedding. That's all. Sasha let out a caustic laugh. Is that all? You were smart enough to back out of a marriage that would have ended in disaster, Ari said. Now you're free to find true love, the true love of your life. It's really not that complicated. Aren't you even a little scared? Sasha asked, her voice shaky. Of what? Ari raised a finger. Don't you dare say the word. The word exploded from Sasha's chest. The curse! For the love of God, Sasha, Ari grabbed her by the sleeve of her robe and dragged her to the bed. They sat side by side, shoulders touching. There's no curse. No evil witch hexed us. We are not the witches of San Bernardino Valley. What about Mom and Grandma? How do you explain what happened to them? Ari's eyes skidded away. Sasha knew she was being unfair. Now wasn't the time to rehash all of this. If only her sister didn't insist on minimizing her experience to a soap opera plot point. There was nothing uncomplicated about a generational curse. 3 generations of runaway brides. It boggled the mind. Okay, so that was the whole curse situation where she and her sister have to fight over it and discuss it and have an exorcist or something.
I just read it.
There you have it, guys.
And I loved when she's like, her sister's like, Ari goes, love is in the air. And Sasha goes, in that case, I'm double masking. And I was like, I'm dead. That's the funniest thing I've ever read.
We have like the bride who's just in love and one thing
Love is in the air. Yeah.
Love is in the air. Like, I'm double masking. We're not doing this.
So great.
So, guys, there you have it. You have a little snippet of Oh So Wrong with Mr. Right. And then we have The Man She Loves to Hate. And we're going to allow Jessica to set it up on what she's getting ready to share with us as well.
Okay, so this is pretty much at the beginning of the book when Riley has tracked down this infamous wedding crasher and she's going to corner him at the tailor. So that's where she's heading. With a satisfied smile on her face, she loved it when a plan came together. She entered the shop packed with designer suits, ties, shirts, and shoes. Glass cases containing cufflinks, watches, and jewelry lined the back wall, a familiar sight. She'd been in this shop countless times to help the groom choose the proper wardrobe for his big day. At the counter, she waved hello to Harold, who was shining the glass with a cloth. Riley, he smiled and offered his hand, which she took and shook cordially. You're working late. I'm here to see one of your customers, actually. I assume Shayla is with him? Shayla was a tailor and a damn good one. She had an eye for detail. It wasn't a typical career choice for a gorgeous 32-year-old woman, but Royal was a unique place with unique residents. In the back, Harold answered. Help yourself. Thanks, I will. Riley adjusted her purse on her shoulder and strode into the back room where she encountered Shayla and Patrick. Shayla, dressed in her usual button-down pale blue shirt and trousers, a pin cushion strapped to her wrist, was focused on his suit jacket. Patrick, who caught sight of Riley in the mirror he faced, was wearing a lot less. A slow grin spread his lips. The eye contact was intense, sending a drove of goose flesh to crop up on Riley's bare arms. The flesh on her neck and cheeks had come thanks to what was so obviously missing: his pants. Well, well, if it isn't Riley Meadows, Patrick said, his gaze unerringly on her reflection. Shayla lifted her head to offer a casual, oh, hey, Ry, we're almost done here, and then I can help you with whatever you need. Riley snapped her attention from Patrick's bare legs and slouched black socks, accidentally admiring his calf muscles and the scant, dark, wiry hair on his strong thighs that disappeared beneath his currently being pinned suit jacket. Some part of her she'd rather not acknowledge was disappointed at not having a view of his butt. She shut her eyes and reset her very tired brain. I'm here to talk to Patrick, Mr. MacArthur. He looked over his shoulder at her, one dark eyebrow winging upward. Please don't call me Mr. MacArthur. It makes me feel geriatric. Shayla laughed as she gave him a once-over. You're looking good to me. Ready to lose the jacket? Shayla sent a rogue look at Riley. And put some pants on so you don't fluster Miss Meadows any more than you already have? I'm fairly certain Miss Meadows is unflusterable, he said. I'm fairly certain you're right. Shayla collected the suit pants, set aside on the chair, and then waited for him to slip off the jacket. She palmed Riley's shoulder on the way out of the room. Take your time.
There you have it, guys. The man she loves to hate. Oh my goodness. Thank you guys, both of you, for sharing those snippets. And of course, we will definitely be sharing a little bit later of how you can get your hands on the 2-in-1 or how you can get the books individually as well. So ladies, of course, you know, we have to play a round of this or that, but there's no right or wrong answer because it is all things according to Jessica Lemmon and Nadine Gonzalez. Are you guys ready?
We're ready.
All right, let's get started. First up, Jessica, small town or big city?
Small town, 100%.
Okay. Nadine?
Big city.
Okay. All right, for this wedding, our hometown or destination? What do you say, Nadine? This or that? Hometown or destination wedding?
Destination. To a small town.
Okay, Jessica?
Because we're leaving the city. It's all about balance.
I'm going hometown. Yeah.
Okay, hometown. All right, Jessica, friends to lovers or enemies to lovers?
I love them both so much, but enemies to lovers. There's a spark there.
Okay, Jessica. Nadine, what trope?
Nadine,
Enemies to lovers or friends to lovers?
You know what? All my books turn out to be friends to lovers. Even when I say this is and then at the end of the day, I had to be honest with myself that it's friends. Even though enemies to lovers, as a fan, all day. You know.
Yeah,
we do.
Gotcha. All right. We're staying in the tropes a little bit. A secret baby or siblings best friends, Nadine?
Oh, siblings best friend. You know, I love to write siblings. You know, I just read a sibling snippet. Like, I love sibling interaction. And right now, I don't know if anyone of you is about doing Succession with the end of the Succession, the show, and it's all about crazy siblings hating each other. And I just love it. So siblings best friend would work very well.
Okay, Jessica?
Same answer.
Siblings best friend or secret baby?
Yeah,
siblings best friend.
Okay, all right. Okay, we're going on a trip. Are we taking airplane or road trip? What are we doing, Jessica? Airplane ride or road trip?
Road trip.
My book opens with a plane ride that a near crash accident. And even the road trip falls apart. So I guess that
you like both.
Both. Okay. I love it. Okay, Nadine. Are we cowboy hat or cowboy boots? What say ye, my friend?
I'm gonna say, wow. You know, like I think that just for writing purposes, that you can have the hero take off his hat. He can flirt with it, right? He can tip it over his eyes and look at you. You know, like we can do a lot. We can do a lot with the hat.
It's all about the Stetson.
Yeah, he can apologize by holding it to his chest. You need a prop that works. I don't know what a boot could do for you, but like the hat as a prop is multifunctional, and that's what we go with. Okay, that's my writing tip for you. The prop.
But Jessica, I think we understood. It's the hat for Nadine. Okay, it's the Stetson. Jessica, what say ye? Cowboy hat and cowboy boots?
I'm gonna have to go with the Stetson as well. I always love when a hero is introduced and his eyes are shadowed, or he tips it, or it's just a whole vibe. Yeah.
It's the vibe. And then in the distance, if you're standing, you could outline the silhouettes of the hat. So much.
Yeah.
It's that.
I love it. As we can see, guys, we are hanging out with Jessica and Nadine, it is all about the details. Okay, I love that. I love that. Okay, ladies, this last one we have to know here at the cafe. Are you team tea or team coffee, Jessica?
Coffee. Coffee.
Okay.
Coffee all day. Coffee. I'm gonna
No
have a coffee
coffee,
as soon
no
as
book.
we're
I
done here.
love it. I
Coffee
love
it is.
it. I love it. Thank you guys so much for playing around of this or that with us on today. The time goes by so fast, ladies, and it has been amazing hanging out with both of you guys and celebrating your release day on today. But of course, there is going to be a giveaway. I'm going to allow Jessica and Nadine to share with you what their wonderful giveaways is going to be, and we will start with you, Nadine.
You know, we received a lot of the books that came, the double header, and because the schedule was so packed, I really want everyone who's listening here today, like, to get a copy. If they email, I will mail a copy, and you can enjoy it. And if you could read the whole series, that's great. Or you can enjoy these two books back to back. I think it's like wraps up the series. I think it'll be fun. So, like, any way you want to organize it, but I'm willing to do my mail out and send the paperbacks to the readers who joined us. It's so nice to see
I love that. So if you are joining and watching us right now, watching the live, if you will inbox me your email address, I will get that over to Nadine, your information. I will get that over to her if you would like a copy of this book as well. Would that work, Nadine, if we do it that way? If they email me their information and I
their mailing addresses. Yeah, their mailing addresses.
Yes. Okay, perfect. Okay, yes. So if you will inbox me your mailing addresses, I will email that to Nadine as well. Thank you, Nadine. That is awesome. All right, it's Jessica. What is your giveaway as well?
Yeah, that is great, Nadine. So everybody's going to be getting that book, but that's what I was going to give away is this book.
The giveaway is really, it's a joint. It's not fair because it's a joint giveaway.
So guys, so your giveaway is a joint.
We could split the list and send it out, or we could.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah. Yes. So, guys, the giveaway is joint with Nadine and Jessica. If you will inbox me your information, I will get all those contacts to Nadine and Jessica. They will divide it up, and you will get a copy of this amazing series. Thank you, guys. That is amazing way to celebrate. And guys, make sure that once you receive the books and you read it, definitely leave these two ladies a review. I know that both of them will be so appreciative of that. Not only that, like, tag, and share, tell a friend about book 5 and 6. In addition, when you receive it, I know I'm giving a lot of instructions, but when you receive it, hey, take a picture and tag these two in it as well. I know they'll be appreciative about that too. So, Jessica, can you share with us how we can stay connected with you?
Absolutely. The best way is jessicalemmon.com. Click that newsletter button and sign up. I'm actually giving away 5 copies of this book via my newsletter subscribers as well. We're just like, Nadine and I are drowning in books. So we're like, please take the book.
We do need to get
books. I love that. Look, tune in and look at you. You get a book, and you get a book. I love it. I love it. Nadine, how can we stay connected with you? And they are telling you guys thank you in the comments as well. They're telling you guys thank you for the book as well. Nadine, how can we stay connected with you?
I'm at my website is NadineGonzalez.com, of course, but you can find me on Instagram a lot of the time. I'm very active there. Also, Nadine Novelist. And, reach out. Let me know how you like the book. I love to hear from readers. And, subscribe to the newsletter as well.
I love that. So guys, you heard it here at the cafe. Definitely make sure that you're following Jessica Lemmon and Nadine Gonzalez. They're both on social media as well. Go to their websites. We'll be sure to include their links to their websites in the comment section. Be sure to sign up for their newsletter, all of that good stuff as well. Again, Jessica and Nadine, happy release day. I hope that you have an amazing day, an amazing week, an amazing month for individuals who are reading the last 2 books in the Texas Cattleman, the wedding series as well. Jessica, I want to allow you to have the last words of what you want to say to the people.
Just thanks for showing up, guys. This is like, we really do this work in a vacuum. And so getting out like this and being able to connect with our fellow writers and with you, Angela, you do such a beautiful job on the show, is just a gift because we don't get to interact very often. That's why Nadine's like, please DM me. Like, send me a message. We're all alone here. So when we hear people say, you know, I loved this line or I loved this character, it really does just drive home why we work so hard to do what we do. So thanks a million, everybody.
Yeah, I mean,
I love that. I love
celebrate. This is how we celebrate. I think like this is when I really celebrate. Not when the book is done, but when the book is out and we get to do things like this. I feel like that's the celebration of the whole process. So this really does like. And I'm so glad we got to do this as a double joint release day. When the books come out, you want to do something special for it. So I appreciate it very much.
And that's so because for both of you guys, thank you for accepting the invitation and to do it together. That's always cool as well. So again, thank you, Jessica. Thank you, Nadine. Nadine, your last words of what you want to say to the people?
Yeah, just I hope they really. I've been seeing some of the. I've been seeing some of the comments for the earlier books in the series. It seems like a popular series. People are into it, and we just hope that we're giving you like a good finale. The last two punches. We just hope you have fun and love it. Just have fun. Have fun over the summer and enjoy a few good books.
I love that. I love that. Well, again, thank you both, Jessica and Nadine, for hanging out with us at the cafe and celebrating your release on today. Guys, they have shared with you how you can get your hands on a copy of this book. Of course, is available where books are sold. You can go to Amazon, you can go to their individual websites, all of that good stuff, and you can get you a copy of this amazing book. As we said before, this one is a 2-in-1, so you can get both books, or if you want the ebook, you can get them individually via ebook as well. So we know that you guys are going to enjoy the last 2 installments of the Texas Cattleman, the Wedding series as well. Well, guys, that is our show on today, and it's been amazing spring release day with both Jessica Lemmon and Nadine Gonzalez as well. Of course, like, tag, and share. Tell a friend about these amazing books. If you are watching over on YouTube, thank you so much for watching over there. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. If you don't follow me, it is Angela Anderson YouTube channel. And of course, if you're watching via Facebook, Angela Anderson Presents, thank you so much for watching us over here as well. Again, Jessica Lemmon, Nadine Gonzalez, thank you. Happy release day. Enjoy today. And as we always say to our friends, have an amazing day, because we're having an amazing day. And until next time, we'll see you guys later. Bye.
Bye.
Get you a copy.
Thank you. Yay.